What's up, y'all? It's true. I first tried solo flawless, the new Sundered Doctrine dungeon, and I want to show you kind of how I did it and what my strategies were and why it was so easy for me. And let's just get right into it. And I mean, I'm gonna be switching. I'm gonna be obviously right. This is my clear. My clear was 2 hours long. Reasoning behind this, I was taking my time, taking a lot of damage phases, but just making sure that I'm staying alive because I don't want to redo this attempt, right? By the time you get to the boss, you're probably going to be about an hour in. So by that time, I think right around here, yeah, I'm already at the boss right here, and I have an hour left to go. So again, if you take your time like I did, you can get your solo flawless done in just 2 hours, right? But if you try to optimize your damage and then you die at some point, right, and you have to redo your try, you're already gonna be probably past 2 hours by the time you're done with it. So that's why I'm saying just play it safe. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. Now for this first part is the Traversal 1. The only thing you're really gonna need is a blinding GL. And of course an Eager Edge Sword is helpful here. So use an Eager Edge Sword. I like the Slammer just because it has Cold Steel. It's the most utility based Eager Edge Sword. You don't need it for anything. Just pull out any Eager Edge Sword and then you will want a GL, blinding GL. This one is really nice because it has auto loading and slideways. So there's two ways for me to reload, to auto reload. You definitely want an auto reloading GL. This liturgy is the one that I used for my contest clear, because in contest mode auto loading holster was disabled, so I get a double fire GL with blinding nades, and it also has slideways. So this is just a really nice roll that I used, but this one I prefer a lot more because it has auto loading holster. So if you have one of these, pull them out. I would personally say slideways is better than auto loading holster, because if you miss a shot, you can just slide and get your shot right back, right? Whereas auto-loading holster, if you miss a shot, you have to put your gun away, and then you have to wait 5 seconds, and then you have to pull it back out. So I would recommend slideways. But if you don't have any sort of slideways or slide shot GL, then Pardon or Dust is just as good. Well, it's not just as good, but it's fine, right? You have auto-loading holster, so you get your auto-loading, but then you also have Demolitionist. So if you miss a GL, a blinding nade, then you can just toss a nade, a regular grenade, and then you'll get another shot back from Demolitionist. So this is also nice, but I would definitely recommend something with slideways or slide shot. And that's all you really need for this. Let's continue on with the clear. Is Traversal 1, and for the most part I'm gonna be at double speed here, just because you don't need to see me right. By the way, this dungeon walkthrough is for people who already know the dungeon mechanics. Maybe you've run the dungeon already, or maybe you've done it on contest before and you just wanna get the solo flawless done, and then this is your surefire way to do it. Notice I blind these subjugators, but I don't actually kill them. You can run by all of these guys. Here I kind of lost track of where I needed to go, but then I figured it out after a little bit, right? You go down here, and then the entrance is pretty, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. Now we're here at encounter 1, and here's what I'm using for this encounter. I'm gonna just go ahead and walk you guys through what I'm running for this. I'm running Anarchy, because all you need are 2 shots of Anarchy for the subjugator to just fall over, right? First thing you want to do is always blind the subjugator, and then you Anarchy him twice. But for the most part, you're just going to use your super on the subjugators, right? I'm using Geomags pretty much for the entire dungeon, because the newly reworked Geomags gives you Chaos Reach energy per Ionic Trace. It gives you about 7%, I think is what Bungie said, and it's very noticeable. In about 10 Ionic Traces, I would say, you basically have your super back, because you can cancel it early. But yeah, anyways, I would highly recommend Geomag Stabilizers. Is the reason why I was able to get my first try solo flawless. Let me just walk you through the actual build here right before we get into the first encounter. We're using Chaos Reach, obviously. Healing Rift, obviously. Ball Lightning I prefer because it kind of acts as another grenade when you're amplified, because it releases more strikes. So it's kind of like a storm grenade at that point, right? Chain Lightning is all right, but I like having that option to be ranged, right? With Chain Lightning, you have to be close up, so I prefer Ball Lightning. Pulse Grenade because it's the best arc grenade, hands down. Electrostatic Mine because you want Ionic Traces. This one is definitely a must-have. Ionic Sentry is a really nice bonus. I think personally that this is almost a must-have for this dungeon if you want to first try this. But honestly, just because the ad clear is really good with it. But Arc Soul is fine too. Like it's fine if you don't use Ionic Sentry, but I would just recommend it because it has blind, right? Spark of Shock for jolting targets with my grenades, feeds into Electrostatic Mine, and then feeds into Spark of Ions, which you 100% need Discharge and Ions. You need these two. Non-negotiable, I would say, right? Arc Weapon Final Blows have a chance to create an Ionic Trace. Defeating a jolted target with Bolt Charge or with Bolt Charge creates an Ionic Trace. You want as many Ionic Traces as you possibly can. This Spark of Ions does have a cooldown, so you're not going to get it every time you defeat a jolted target, but Electrostatic Mine doesn't have a cooldown, so this is going to give you the... Actually, does it? I don't know. But this is definitely going to give you the most Ionic Traces, but you still want to get as more Ionic Traces. The more the better, right? Spark of Resistance, because it's just the best generic, like... For any build, this is the best arc fragment in the game. You just get more DR while you're surrounded. Everybody knows that. For this encounter, you do want a blinding GL. Again, just use the same one that you're using for the traversal. For the for your primary, I love the heck out of this auto rifle. If I'm using an arc build, I am using this auto rifle. I got super lucky in my Vesper runs to get this eddy current jolting feedback roll. It's beautiful. The main thing you need here is jolting feedback, and the nice cherry on top is synergy, which, by the way, you should 100%, if you say you have an Ikelos SMG or something from way back in the day, you can't put synergy mod on it. I would definitely actually recommend you find an arc weapon that can have synergy mod on it, and then also something with jolting feedback or volt shot. So I'd try to get your hands on a more recent arc weapon that has one of these traits, so you can put the synergy mod on it. If anything, synergy might actually be more important than jolting feedback, but or volt shot even, but I would leave that to you. Just make sure that you're running an arc weapon with synergy, and then try to get just a good general arc weapon. Even something like Dragonfly, I would still take that over jolting feedback just because of synergy. However, jolting feedback, because it jolts, it does feed into my fragments and then my Electrostatic Mine aspect. So again, I would highly recommend you find a jolting sort of arc weapon. But anyways, so this one's nice. Eddy Current is just, it's really good. You can get whatever on it. I have one as Strategist that would actually be pretty nice, so you can spam Healing Rifts. But anyways, that's pretty much the entire build. By the way, for the entire dungeon, I'm running Special Finisher and Reaper, just because Reaper, but you want Special Finisher with Proxy Ward. Is really nice, having a 200 HP overshield every time you're finishing something. And then you'll see in the second encounter as well why I'm running Special Finisher. So let's continue on with this clear. Again, this is not a walkthrough. If you haven't done this dungeon before, I would highly recommend just go ahead and give it a run. Just it can be light and easy, but you got to get your hands down on the mechanics first. And I can actually I can run through the mechanics at the end of this video. So if you want to know how to do each of these encounters, then just skip to the end, or you can watch my walkthrough and then skip to the end. Either way, I'll have that available for you as well. And I'm walking through just all of my artifacts. It's fine, nothing really crazy there. And just make sure, yeah, so typically when you're with 3 people, you're just starting out at a specific room and just clearing the ads there and grabbing your lens, right? Well, because you're soloing here, all you really care about first is the bat, right? You want to look for the bat. So watch me, I start this. I'm like looking through I'm explaining the build a little bit here on stream. And now I look in the first room and I notice, okay, there's no bat here. I immediately turn around and walk away. I'm only looking for the bat. That's the only thing I care about. I didn't even throw a blinding GL there. All I'm doing is looking for the bat. I'm killing these attendants because I don't want to be slowed and in a bad position. So I just make sure that I'm in a good spot. And I do see the bat here. Go ahead and kill the guy, use my super. There's nothing else that you need to use your super on, so might as well use it on the subjugators. I see it's hive, so I look around for the hive symbol. You all know how this works, but something helpful for you guys. Even the experience might be helpful for you to be able to see this. So I'm actually gonna pull up some of these screenshots, courtesy of Taco Man, by the way. I would highly recommend just take some screenshots if you want. This is the bottom left. This is the bottom left map. So you only need 2 lenses, really, right? So and this is what I was using for my clear. Here's top left. Again, only need 2 lenses for that one. Top right, also only need 2 lenses. And then you've got bottom right here. This one you need 3 lenses for. So hopefully you don't get this one, but not that big of a deal. Anyways, this is what I use. So the whole time again, this is my first try soloing this dungeon. I'm so happy to get this flawless, but I'm consulting that image and it makes things really easy on me because I don't have to memorize anything. I can just look on my other monitor or on my phone or whatnot, and then I can figure out how to connect the things from there. So that's pretty much the whole encounter. Again, if you want to learn how this actually works more in depth, then go ahead and skip to the end of the video. I'll have a timestamp down below for it. And we're gonna skip. Okay, here you go. Yep, so now this is the first traversal section. And I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, I mean just for everybody, because I know some of y'all just find your way through the maze. But so just so you're aware, once you see this white square, it's the middle entrance right here. I think it's this one right here. Nope, not that one, but it's the middle entrance on the left. You go in here, and instead of going underneath, you go up above the stairs, up above there. Yep, and then you're out. It's that easy. So what I do here, just play safe. I know typically you want to just eager edge across that chasm there, but there's a lot of ads. So what I actually decided is I'm just gonna keep walking on the left and do the loop around. You can do that if you want. Eager edging across the chasm actually is pretty safe because nothing, like, they don't see you until you're already by them, but this just makes it easier. So, or this makes it just, it's just more safe. So anyways, that's how I got past that. Oh yes, we have the balls. Just a quick note, because I do want to show you this, right? I thought this was it, and I almost screwed my run over there. So make sure you know exactly where you're jumping to. Just a quick tip, like, get your bearings, know exactly where you're gonna jump to, and just take your time. All right, it's just what if you have to wait for another ball to roll by you, it's only 5 seconds. All right, it's really not that big of a deal. So then you just keep going. You know this part, you've done this before. We'll skip through. I will show a walkthrough of this one at the end as well. And then we're gonna kill. Yeah, we're gonna get through. Okay, I think yeah, okay. So here I am. I'm about to finish up the lenses here. All right, now I'm planning my build for the second encounter. Here's what I'm using for second encounter. I'm actually using this LMG, and then I'm using, oh shoot, where's my, let me pull this on dim real quick for you guys. This one, there you go. I'm using Delicate Tomb here and a Blinding GL, so I'm running double special with this ARC LMG. I'm using the LMG mainly for trash ads and then also to shoot the crystals. Really helpful for that. And there is a strategy that I'm using here, so I'll walk you guys through probably my first entire damage phase, just so you can see what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do. But yeah, doing double special here. Delicate Tomb actually rails everything in this encounter, even to the big knights and the big ogres. This thing will shred them, so definitely highly recommend you use this. I would recommend you use a Blinding GL just for the wizards, just in case, right? You just need to blind a group of ads. The Blinding GL is more helpful, I think, in this situation. But maybe there's, I don't know, you make a play for anything here. Main thing is the Delicate Tomb, and then the LMG is really good for the ad clear, but also for the DR that you get from damaging the boss. You have heavy ordnance regeneration, dealing sustained damage with a heavy LMG grants DR and increased grenade and melee regen. So this is really nice to have. And then particle reconstruction for the Delicate Tomb. So if you have your last column, if you have your artifact maxed out for mods, then I would recommend you put these two on. I would forgo Defibrillating Blast. You don't necessarily need it. I think it's totally fine for you to forgo that. These are much better options for you. 100% use Dreadful Finisher throughout the whole dungeon. It's the best artifact. Honestly, this is probably the best artifact mod in the entire artifact. It's not even a 5th column mod. So I know Particle Reconstruction, everybody's talking about that, but nobody's talking about how powerful Dreadful Finisher is. Any yellow bar that you finish will drop you a special ammo. So it's really nice. All of this is just the arc stuff. Hold the line is nice. Sometimes you get a heal from it if you're surrounded. I think I probably proc this actually a couple times here. So yeah, that one's pretty good. That's all about the artifact mod though. The only other thing, make sure you're running triple solar resist, because you're really only getting damaged by the boss, or at least the boss is the one that's damaging you most, and especially during damage, that's the only thing that's damaging you during damage. So just have your solar resist on. You will thank me for that. You will never really get into red bar health. I went into red bar territory though in my second encounter clear. But just play it safe and you'll be fine. Have triple solar resist and you should be all right. The arc loader, by the way, is really nice. Just FYI, use an arc loader. Even in the first encounter, use an arc loader. But the arc loader is really good for this LMG. You'll see here. Actually, you might not see in my clear, but I got to red health one time just because I didn't have both of these. I ran out of ammo in both of these weapons, so I had to reload one of them, and so arc loader actually helped me out there. Anyways, let's continue on. So I'm planning out my build. Let's go ahead and skip. So here's my strategy. Right, for all of you, again, you already know how to do this. This first dial, you know how it reads, the first boss reads its dial on the 3rd bar of Lockset progression when that 3rd bar finishes. So what I do is I actually try, instead of getting that to stop, right, the typical strat is stop, 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 kill, right? That's the typical way to do it. For this one, you actually want to instantly lock and kill, and I just like to do it on the first dial. So I let the boss read brain every time. I'm killing a lot of wizards and I have a lot of knowledge on the floor, so the damage rotation gets even faster and faster as you move on. But essentially just grab as much knowledge as you need to lock and kill here. If you don't get it in time, that's totally fine. Just lock and kill in the 2nd dial, that's fine. So again, the wizards and even the knights and even the ogres, they all fall over with delicate tombs, so you really shouldn't have an issue if you do mess something up. And although also I will add, because the ogres can mess with you, I would just chaos reach the ogres. If you happen to spawn hive ogres, just chaos reach the ogres. You'll get your chaos reach back in no time, so it's really not that big of a deal. So here you go. So just so you're aware, right? Look at the Lockset progression. I missed this one, so it's gonna lock in brain. It's actually a good thing because then I get more knowledges, and then I can just lock in kill on the next one. So I decided, okay, let me just go for kill here instead, and a lock in kill on the 2nd one. And so now I'm just killing the ads, making sure I'm in a safe spot. There you go. I'm using my LMG for the ad clear right now, just so that I can play it safe. There you go. Blind these guys. Delicate Tomb if they're close up for sure. Delicate Tomb does way better than the LMG if you're close up. The LMG, the commune. So again, it's really nice to have the LMG here. And there you go. 2nd boss is reading. And look at this damage phase. Literally just chaos reach. And I didn't even get the whole damage. Actually, no. This one is a longer damage phase because I locked in the 2nd boss. Or the 2nd. Yeah, I locked in on the 2nd boss. But the damage phase, basically each damage phase is only going to be as quick as the first. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I got red bar there, but that's because I just forgot to kill the knight there. I kind of messed it up. You won't have knights or wizards spawning during damage if you just instantly lock and kill. Just letting you know, it's definitely it's the best strategy here. Notice right there is where where I ran into some issues with the reloading. So, anyways, I locked in kill already. I'm just kind of waiting, and then I forgot, oh wait, I already locked in kill. It's pretty fast, right? I just had to make sure I saved my life there. So that's definitely just play your life. It's all right if you miss half a damage phase. Like it really doesn't take that much time to get back into it. So, and then here you go. I'm grabbing my knowledges, and I'm instantly locking in kill. And once you lock in kill, you can honestly just hide out over here. I would maybe play a little bit further up just so you don't get grenaded in this area. I just missed my nade there. That's funny. But yeah, oh, also just so you're aware, in this spot, hold on. You can see me. I'll replay that area. All right, when I'm in here, if I hug this wall, none of the ads can kill me, really. If I hug this wall, the boss can't shoot me, right? So I have to decide, and that's why you see me kind of going back and forth here, right? That middle wizard will screw you over though, so you have to use. I just use my LMG on that middle wizard every time right before damage, just so that the middle wizard can't shoot at me while I'm damaging the boss. So again, hugging this wall here, none of the ads can shoot me. The acolytes over there are too far away to shoot me. It's literally only the wizard that you need to worry about. And then the boss is shooting at me, so then I hug this wall over here, and now the boss can't damage me from that wall. So that's just a neat little tip if you don't have your healing rift up. There you go. I pop my healing rift. I use my chaos reach, and look how much damage I'm doing to the boss. And that's all I did. All I did is just chaos reach, and then focus back on. And again, this is why I'm using Delicate Tomb, because it makes those ionic traces. You definitely want to have, obviously you want to have your ionic traces back for every damage phase. Here you go. I just needed 2 there, so that's why I kind of inched my way there. And there you go, put it in. And we're almost ready for damage. I'm using the Lockset progression bar just so that that's my guide to know when I need to get to damage. There you go, and then it's starting here in a second, and boom. All right, so that's the whole encounter. Let's go ahead and skip to the end. Again, just instantly lock in the first one, and this is just cake. It's a cakewalk for sure. So there you go. Okay, here's the boss. The boss is dead. Now we're punching this. Okay, you guys know this part already. I'll do a walkthrough on this here in a second, or at the end. And let's see, y'all know that. Okay, here's the final boss. So again, as I said, the final boss is the majority of this. Here's what I'm using for the final boss. I'm using the LMG again. I'm actually instead using this multi-mock. This is the Banshee roll, by the way, so everybody should have this. Hopefully you grabbed this back when Bungie found out about their, what was it, weight gaining. Yep. So if you got this out of the weight gaining situation, then you're golden. You're in a good spot. I personally love using this with tactical just because the reload speed is atrocious on this thing. It's an SMG, and I definitely should have used a kinetic loader instead, but I'm actually using Merciless for damage, and I'm keeping the LMG on just so that I can have, again, I'm proccing heavy ordnance regen if I'm damaging the boss, and I'm proccing hold the line if I'm damaging ads, and killing ads, I'm healing from it. So again, I highly recommend you use this LMG. By the way, I'm using the Runneth Over this mod just because half the time I'm using it for damage, so this gives me a little bit more damage. But I would highly recommend you actually use Synergy. If you're using this mainly for ad clear, definitely use Synergy instead, because you make more ionic traces, which means more super, right? So definitely recommend Synergy if you're ad clearing. Power of Resolve if you're damaging, if you're doing this for damage. So again, you're playing it safe, so you might actually be using an LMG for damage if you want to play safe. So, and you'll see I'm using it for damage every once in a while here for the boss. But for this encounter, the only thing that I really want to share with you guys, oh, by the way, yeah, this is an important thing. Use 1 strand resist instead of 3 solar. So use 1 strand, 2 solar, because I think the boss still does solar damage, but you have things like the threadlings that do strand damage. You have the strand subjugator, which actually can really screw you up, because his suspend might take you out of your super, or if you don't super him in time, then he might start shooting you, and those strand projectiles from that guy really hurt. So I would highly recommend you use 1 strand resist and then 2 solar resist. If you can, if you don't need this extra mod slot, I would recommend 100 Rezel and 100 Recov. That's what you need to spec into. The discipline and strength, you'll get your abilities back from, and even intellect. Right, look at my intellect. I have literally 10 intellect, right? Discipline and strength you don't need to worry about because you're getting the ionic traces. They give you back quite a bit of your ability energy per ionic trace. So what you really need to focus on is resilience and recov. And then, so if you don't need this 4 mod, right, then maybe you can do a concussive dampener or something. But I would definitely recommend focus more on the solar resist. Get a strand resist if you can. Let's keep it moving. The only strat that you really need to be aware of here, the only thing that's different, obviously I'm reading from up here. If you haven't read from up here, I would highly recommend it. It's a very safe spot to read from. What's the other thing? Oh, the image, right? So for me, because I didn't memorize this at all, you've probably seen this image before, but you want to use this image. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you need to. This is super helpful. I didn't memorize any of these symbols or any of the locations, so I was just consulting this image the entire time. Highly recommend using this image. It's very easy to understand. You have the right side room, right? This is the entrance. Here's where the boss spawns. There's the dial, right? And then here's the friendship door. So that's the whole map. This is the basement. So yeah, that's the whole thing there. And the only, okay, so I actually skipped too much. Yeah. When you get into these side rooms, the subjugators instantly chaos reach them. That's really the only thing that's different here. Trust me, instantly chaos reach them. That's the only, like, don't save on your ammo. Don't be stingy about your chaos reach. You'll get it back in no time. These are the only other things that you need to use your chaos reach on. So definitely take advantage of your geomag stabilizers and just chaos reach everything you can. As you see, I'm reloading this SMG a lot. It would have been really nice to have a kinetic loader because you're reloading all the time. Unless you have some other SMG or auto rifle that you can use that, I don't know, if you're forgoing the reload or whatnot, then maybe you don't need this, but yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Anyways, y'all know how this goes. We'll do damage. I'll show you the damage though. I'll show you the damage. Y'all know the mechanics already. But okay, I think we're starting damage right now, right? Oh no, I'm doing kill. Okay. There you go. All right, we started. Oh wow, we skipped quite a bit here. All right, there you go. All right, it's burning. Boss does like to, so yeah, I'm dealing damage from here. I don't know where you guys deal your damage from, but I deal my damage from here. Boss does like to stand there sometimes, so I just fall back behind this. This green wall is really life-saving. So make sure the boss is in a good spot when you when you super him, because it will stun lock the boss. The chaos reach will. Oh, you notice that the boss is just staying over there even though I'm way further back. So that was a pretty scuffed damage rotation, but that's essentially what you want to do. And you can damage the boss while the fire is going. The healing rift will 100%, like, you won't see your health go down if you're standing in a healing rift in the fire. It just won't go down. So let's see if I can skip to another damage phase here, if I'm good enough for that. There you go. Oh wow, I'm locked in, bro. All right, so there you go. The boss is in a great spot to chaos reach. Okay, so it's not actually stun locked, but it stays in the same spot usually. All right, proc impetus on merciless, obviously, right? Where you taking advantage of that fusion rifle perk. Boss went too far away, so I'm just LMGing it. But yeah, you definitely want to get as close to the boss as possible, or you don't want to get yourself close to the boss, right? You want to be in a safe spot. The boss will most likely come to you, and then you can use merciless on it. The ads will spawn in during damage, so you'll be able to proc impetus really easily. So you shouldn't have any problem with the merciless damage. And that was 2 damage phases. Honestly, not too good. If you can get 2 merciless mags off on the boss, then you're gonna get a lot of damage, and you could probably save yourself one or two of these rotations. Probably knock out maybe even something close to like 10 to 20 minutes if you get your 2 merciless mags in. But again, the name of the game here is just staying alive. All right. If you can do this first try like I did, you're saving yourself a lot of pain and heartache, right? So just take your time. Don't do anything stupid. Play your life, and that's the whole name of the game. That's the whole name of the game. I mean, this entire time, right? It takes a while because getting to damage takes a while. Second encounter was so fast because it doesn't take any time at all to get to damage. So so here we are, and here's the last bit right here. Again, play your life. You have a whole, like, look, I barely use my LMG. You might as well use more of your LMG than you are your SMG at that point, right? You just need to save some of your LMG ammo for actually damaging the boss if the boss gets too far away. But yeah, just so you guys are aware, I tried my best to use Cold Heart here. Again, this was my first try, but I have used Cold Heart before, and in this damage phase, you just cannot get your super back in time. So there's the kill, and I mean, you already saw me with the emblem on, but there's me collecting the solo flawless title there. So that's the whole, yeah, that's the whole spiel. Dim link will be down below if you guys want to use the same exact things that I'm using. I have all the weapons already preloaded on there, so you'll have everything that you need if you just copy or take a look at the dim link down below in the description. Hope you guys have a good one. And now we're gonna get into the actual mechanics. So for those of you who are new and want to learn the actual dungeon and want to maybe first try solo flawless the dungeon in its entirety, then here, this is for you. Let's walk you through some of these. I think I closed out the video on accident, actually. Let me go ahead and open that back up. Here it is. This one. Okay, so we're loading in. Let's put this at double speed though. This is just the initial encounter, just so you know where to go. Okay, for this one, again, like I said, you want a blinding GL, you just blind these guys. You just skip pass by all of them. You all already saw this part. And then you want to go to the right here. I got a little bit confused, but you go to the right, and then you just drop down. It doesn't matter what holes you drop down. You'll just keep dropping down, and then you'll find this area right here. And you're okay in this part. Yeah, I would take a left here. Just skip all these guys, blind this guy. Really, it's that simple. And now you're at the first encounter. All right, for encounter 1, you guys did see a little bit of my gameplay. I'm using Anarchy. I'll walk you through. So yeah, so I'll walk a little bit more in depth as to how this goes, and I'll use actually one of my images to help you guys understand what's going on, right? So let's just do bottom left, for instance. All right, so this is the entire map. This whole thing is the map, right? And if I can see in the video here, actually, hold on. Let me take a look back. Okay, right here. Actually, yeah, this is the entrance. Okay, entrance right here. So hold on, there you go. Okay, this is a perfect image, right? You have 3 lenses here, right? This is like top left lens, top right lens, and then bottom mid lens. And then this dial up here is, I mean, you don't really need to know, like, this dial doesn't do anything for the encounter, but just so you're aware, this is kind of what the middle room looks like. And if you take a look at this picture that I'm showing you, here are the 3 lenses in the middle, right? Here's the entrance. So I'm standing like right around here in my video, right? Yep, you see that? I'm like right here, and I'm looking, and here are the 3 lenses that I'm looking at right now. You see that? This one, this bottom one is this guy. This one is this guy, right? This one is that guy. And essentially what you need to do is when you start the encounter by rotating this guy, by the way. That's how you start the encounter. You rotate this guy and then it'll start. And you have four dials here, just like the dial up there, right? There's gonna be 4 of them on the ends of the map, right? And what you need to do is essentially there's going to be a bat that spawns somewhere. It'll spawn in one of these 4 rooms. So you need to go look for the bat. When you kill the truth teller bat, it'll show you a symbol. It'll drop a symbol on the floor. You don't pick up the symbol, you just look at it, and this symbol will be one of the vow symbols. So if you've never used the vow symbols before, this is what they are. You're going to want to take a screenshot of this, and these are all the symbols that the truth teller Grim can drop, right? Like some of them you won't see, like you won't see love or tower, for instance, but for the most part, a lot of these symbols are going to be used. So say for instance, right, you're looking around for the Grim. You walk into the first, and you saw this in my walkthrough, right? You walk into the first bottom left room, you look around, oh, there's no bat. Okay, let me go to the next room. Oh, there's no bat here. Next room. Oh, there's a bat here, right? Then you go and kill the bat, right? And then you have to kill the subjugator, right? Because if you're just focusing on the bat, the subjugator might be able to freeze you or shoot his crystals at you or suspend you. So 100%, if you see the bat in the room, kill the subjugator first. That's your top priority. Use your super on it, kill the subjugator, and then you can kill all the ads, and then you can kill the Grim or however, right? But once you kill the Grim, you'll see the symbol that it drops. And say for instance that it drops the hive symbol, right? Hive, for instance, right? So then you take a look. By the way, when you kill the subjugators, they drop a lens. You will need the lens. Just go ahead and pick up a lens from the subjugator that you kill, right? Pick up the lens that he drops. Go ahead and kill the Grim, and then he'll show that symbol. So it's hive. So then you look to the dials, right? And I'll actually I'll see if I can. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so here it is. I'm looking. Yeah, I'll just walk you through right here, right? I'm looking for the bat, and notice this is the same exact situation that I was showing you on the picture. I look for the bat. I see the bat, and look, instantly I go for the subjugator. It's called the lens bearer, right? And here's the bat. So I pick up the lens. You always want to have a lens on. If you don't have a lens on you, just pick up a lens, right? It doesn't hurt you in any way to pick up the lens. So if you see a lens on the floor and you don't have a lens, just pick it up. It's because they'll despawn after a little bit. So, oh look, wow, that's actually perfect. He drops the hive symbol. Now here's what the dial looks like. If you look in the picture, right, that's this triangle, the symbol board, right? That's the dial. So this is at the end of this is the top right room, right? So this dial is Savathun. It doesn't match the hive symbol, right? So this is not the dial that you need to light up. So then we go back, and we're gathering our, okay, so now we're in the bottom right room. And wow, that was a fast check actually. We're in the bottom right. Yep, right here. Oh, right there. So you see that symbol is Guardian or something? Hold on, let me try to get a better shot of that. Yeah, that symbol right there is Guardian. I can't zoom in, but that's Guardian. If you look at the symbols here, this one, right? And so that's not the right symbol. So immediately I just go away. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that to go into that room. I'll check here. Look, oh shoot. There you go. You see that? That's hive. That's hive. So I did see that. So I put an Ionic Sentry. Ionic Sentry is so good for this, by the way, because all of these, in this back room here, if you put an Ionic Sentry down, all the husks won't know what to do. Here I'm gathering, I'm getting my bearings, right? Re-getting my bearings, because I'm kind of moving around and going to a bunch of different rooms. So when I have a lens, right, and I want to make sure that I get the right picture pulled up. So I just kill all the ads. Now I see, okay, now I'm at the entrance. I'm facing, right? So if we look here, I'm facing this way. I'm facing forward, and here are my three lenses, right? Very easy to see. Now I need 2 lenses if I want to get to this room, which is the hive symbol, right? I need 2 lenses if I go from this guy. So this guy, right, maps to this right here. And then I need the green circles are the ones where I need to put in the lens, right? So I need to put in a lens there and a lens there. I have 1 lens. You can only carry 1 lens at a time. So what I'm doing here is, okay, now I know where I need to go. It's the bottom left room, right? So I pull up that picture, right? Because I have like bottom left room pulled up. I have bottom right pulled up. No, just focus on the bottom left room, because that's where you need to go, right? And then I say, okay, well, starting from the middle, I need to put my first lens in this lens, right, in this slot right here. So that's what I'm figuring out. Like, okay, I need this lens. I'm looking, you see where I'm looking? I'm looking at the image. And then so I just make sure, okay, this is the right place where I need to fill in the lens, right? So then I shoot this. Yeah, and I rotate that towards the lens. There you go. All right, now that it's rotating towards that lens, what you'll see is the light goes here, and then it goes here, and then it goes down through here, right? Down to this one. And you'll see how I'm actually gonna run into that exact situation. If I go back into the bottom left room, notice that light, it's shining through here, right? But I need this lens right here. Notice the light is almost hitting this lens right here, but I need this lens activated, right? That's this green one right here, right? So as the light shines, I need to redirect that light to go up here to hit this orange one, and then I'm good, right? These ones are pre-filled. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back into this room. Look, so this time I didn't use my super. I should have, right? But I just blind the guy. He can't hit me at all now, and I just anarchy him, and that's it. He's dead, right? And I just take the lens, and I know exactly where it needs to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it. Just be aware the light does hurt you. So and I figured, oh well, might as well. I'm already here. The lens bearer is right there. I'll just go ahead and kill him. You typically just want to go look for the bat though, but I'm like, I don't have a lens on me, so might as well go for that. And I look in this room. I look to see if there's a bat, and sure enough, there is a bat, right? So after every symbol that you fill in, another bat is gonna spawn, right? So just be aware of that. And oh, by the way, so there's 3 phases to this, right? First phase, there's only one symbol that you need to fill, right? Which I do the lens here, go here. Okay, once that phase is done, then everything resets, right? To the second phase, now you need to do 2 symbols at a time. Well, not at a time, but like they'll be active at the same time, right? So I did the 1 symbol. That phase 1 is done. Now it's phase 2. So now I'm looking for the bat again, right? You're always looking for a bat. When you finish the symbol, always look for the bat. That's what you need to do, right? The difference here is with phase 2, you're gonna look for the bat, fill in 1 symbol, and then that'll stay, right? So say it's the same situation, right? I go here, 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 and I fill in the symbol. This light will stay. This will stay, and you need to do another set with one of these 2, right? So say I look around for the bat again. Oh, bat says I need to go to the top left here, so then I have to pull up top right. I meant right. So say I pull up the top right, and then I'm like, okay, well I can't use this lens because it's already going down here. So I have to use like this one, for instance, right? So that's the only difference. Again, the main rotation is the same. Look for the bat, fill in the lenses, get the symbol right? That's what you're doing the entire time. So anyways, let's keep it going. Let's keep the video going. So yeah, we killed the bat, and the bat dropped Traveler, right? That's the icon. By the way, the icons on the dials will reset after every phase as well. And there's 3 phases total. So first phase we already did. Oh, so if you take a look here, I got very lucky, right? I saw the Traveler. Notice I left that subjugator there. Reason being, I already have a lens. I don't need to kill that guy, so I'm just not gonna kill him. The lens will despawn, and then they'll spawn another guy anyway. So it's really pointless for me to kill that guy. So I just ran away. He wasn't posing a threat to me because he was blinded. And now I looked right there. There's actually a pretty fast glance. I know I'm at 2 times speed here, so let's actually, or did I just miss it entirely? No, I already knew. Oh, there, you see that? That's Traveler. It's very hard to make out from here, but there you go. You see that? Traveler. So I already saw this was Traveler. So I was like, okay, it's going right back into the same room. So I killed the lens bearer. I put that lens down. I pre-put it down because I had just done that room. So I already knew for bottom left, right? I already knew I needed this one filled in. And I already knew that. So I was just like, all right, let me put in the lens, and then let me hop back here and just kill the guy real quick, right? So that's what I did. Oops. Let's go back here. There you go. Yeah, picked up the lens. And so I've done this enough times, like in contest mode and stuff, to know like, oh, okay, yeah, generally. But if you consult the map, it's really easy to figure out. There you go. So I regathered my bearings, and I realized, okay, let's go here. We were doing the same exact thing we did before, so nothing different. And there you go. It should all be filled now. I just verified. And I'm killing this lens bearer here because I'm like, well, I need a lens anyways, so might as well kill this guy. There you go. And now we're looking for the bat again. We need another bat. So we're looking here. We see, okay, there's no bat there, right? Because this is phase 2. So notice the lights didn't reset or anything. So we look over here. There's no bat here. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what I'm doing here though. So I shouldn't be in this room, right? I'm playing a dangerous game. I don't need to kill this guy at all. There's really no point in me being here. But whatever, you know. Oh, never mind. Okay, the bat was here. I guess I just in the 2x speed didn't see that. So there was a reason for me being here, right? Notice I didn't even look at the bat. I didn't even give him, right? I didn't even bat my eye at him. I just cared about killing that subjugator first. So now I saw the bat, it dropped light, right? Yeah, so it dropped light. So now I'm looking for the light symbol. And just killing. By the way, keep your middle area clear at all times. If you see husks and stuff, just kill them. You don't want to get backstabbed by those guys. Okay, so I'm looking at the symbol here. Oh. Dude, how did I already see that? I'm already consulting the map. Killing ads. I don't know. I knew light was in this room though, somehow. I forget how. But I knew light was in this room. I think it's probably just something with the 2x speed. So there you go. So here's what I consulted, just so you guys are aware of what I'm taking a look at. So let's go back to our pictures. We're in bottom right. So let me pull up the bottom right picture. Now it takes from either one of these, but notice this one was already going here, 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 right? So I can't use this lens anymore. So I have to use this one, right? And so I need to put one here. I need to put a lens here, and then I need to put one here. So this one takes 3 lenses either way, right? So that's why I put my lens in the middle room. I always like to start from the middle if I can, but if I'm closer to something, then I just won't. But notice how the light is already on its way. I'm just killing the lens bearer. Typically, well, the lens bearer will always respawn in the room, like in any room, as soon as you leave the room. So I just take the lens, I go back out of the room, and I just reconsult. I'm reconsulting the picture here, right? I'm just making sure that I'm putting this in the right spot. So I go ahead and play this. I'm like, okay, that is in the right spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Oh yeah, kill the husks. There you go. Okay, now it's in the right spot, but I gotta rotate it. I gotta rotate it because I want it to face here. It was facing this way, or what? Like it was like hitting the wall here. So I need to rotate it to hit this guy. Right. So that's what I'm doing there. And I need one more. As notice that subjugator already respawned himself. There you go. I rotated that just like I said. Killing the ads. I should have supered this guy. I don't know why I didn't, but whatever. Not a big deal. All right, there you go. I take the lens and I put it right here. Yep, I just wanted to verify that I'm in the right spot. Okay, there you go. And now it's done. Now I've placed the lens. Now I'm done. And notice it reset everything. All the lights turned off. That was phase 2. Now we have one more phase, which is phase 3. And this time it takes, guess what? All 3 lenses. All right, so it does 1 lens, then 2 lenses, then 3 lenses. So it takes all of the 3. And you guys have already seen how this goes. So it's the same exact thing as before. Of course, you just have to do it 3 times over. Again, you're going 1 by 1. You're not doing like 3 bats at the same time. It's 1 bat, 1 symbol, then the next bat, then the next symbol, right? So it's like that. So you're doing the same thing. It's just you have to be careful about what lenses you're using in the middle. Pretty much, that's all. There you go. Got a little bit close to dying there, but no problems at all. And there you go. We put the lens. Okay. Okay, and now we're done. So now we're gonna do, and again, you're switching off the anarchy, going to your eager edge sword for all of the traversal sections. I go ahead and go in my menu here to put on my eager edge sword, and that's it. That's it. So I'm gonna go back to, just so you guys are aware of where you're going, I'm gonna put this in 1x speed. Should I go back? Maybe I should go back. Okay, we're right here, right? We're dropping down. And now, I mean, just look around, right? Figure out where you need to go. There you go. I found where I needed to go. Bungie has a way with putting their lights in places where you need to go, so just follow those, really, and then you'll be good to go. Okay. Okay, here's the first big, oh no, this is the first like maze area. So pay attention to what I'm doing here. In this first area, by the way, I don't know where I'm going, but I do know where I need to go once I hit a very specific landmark. So I'll show you that here in a second. I'm just kind of running around until I get to the middle area of this maze. And in the middle area, I'll show you. You don't need to shoot this thing, by the way. That spawns a chest. A secret chest. You're not focusing on the chest here, you're just trying to get the solo flawless clear. All right, once you're in this big room, this is like the middle area of the maze, and you can tell very easily by this white square that's right here against the wall. Face towards the white square against the wall, and then it'll be the middle. So this is like the first left entrance, right? Then there's another one over here, and then there's a third one. Go to the middle left entrance. This one doesn't have anything in there, so that's the wrong one, but it's the next one over. This one right here. Maybe that's the last one, I don't know, but yeah, it's this one, this entrance right here. You're gonna go under here, but then you see there's a hole down there. You're actually gonna go on the stairs above that hole, and that's it. It's that easy. Then you just keep moving forward, and you're out of the room. And you're out of the maze. That maze can be confusing if you haven't been there before. In this room, there's a lot of ads, and there's a big chasm that you need to cross. I would take the safe route, and that's so. What most people do is, there you'll see here in a second. I'm killing all these Grim. Just take your time with the Grim, by the way. This area right here, there's like 2 bridges. That's what most people do to cross this area. They cross the bridge. There's a lot of like weavers and what are those, attendants and things like that. Just save yourself the trouble. Don't go this way. Just keep going up here through the top left area, and what you're going to do is you're going to go around this middle structure. But if you take a look, actually, hold on, as I'm walking, you'll see it. Yep, this is the entrance you need to go to. So that's why a lot of people just go across the chasm here, and then they go this way. If you're safe that way, then you can go ahead and just eager edge your way across and then reach that right side room. But what I'm gonna do is take the long way around because I want to play it safe. So I'm actually gonna go this way. You just keep booking it to the left until there's no more space to go, and then you want to jump over to this, to this little building over here. And use your blinding nade, right? Take advantage of it. Your blinding GL, it's really good. And then I'm crossing over, and there's that far right side room, and that's where I need to go. That's the green light there that you can see. So pretty easy to make out. This is the exit. There are other rooms and other doors, but this is the only one that'll actually get you to the exit. And then on the left side here, there's a hole. Be very careful about this next part. Watch. I drop down here, and then I crouch, and then as soon as I drop down here, it's a ramp, and boom, that can kill you. So the way that I kind of save myself here, right, is I look towards the bottom, and then I hold the back arrow on my keyboard, right, so that I'm walking backwards. So as soon as I get some traction on the bottom, I immediately, I start applying that friction, and then I stop myself from falling down. This is very scary. Just be aware of that. You have to, just be careful here. And yep, you go to the end there. Just one more time. Then you book it and take a right, and then it's gonna be right down below that platform. There you go. You jump there. All right, this next part, big rolling ball, right? You have these little cubbies here at the end that will save you from the rolling ball. I almost screwed up here. I thought that was where I needed to stand. I actually need to stand in these light cubbies, right where the light's shining. We just wait for the ball to go. There you go, and then we jump over across to the next one. There you go. And same thing here. This play is safe. Now, this is where you need to go. There's a hole in the floor. So we go in this hole here. It's gonna drop down. There you go. And then we go all the way down. Okay. And there's some more rolling balls. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at ×2. Well, you just keep, going across. Just don't touch the balls. Don't even touch them. I don't know if they kill you or not because I've never been killed by one, but I'm sure they can instantly kill you. That's the idea, at least. Okay. Yeah, don't jump down that chasm. That's not where you want to go. There's an ogre. So this room is kind of introducing you to the second encounter. So just kill the ads here while you're up here. Might as well take your time. There you go. And this knight's dead. As soon as you kill that knight, so notice where I looked before, right? As soon as you kill this knight, look behind you. Stay up here, but look behind you, and you'll actually notice. You'll notice an ogre spawns right here. This guy, just throw an ionic sentry down. You should have your ionic sentry every time for this guy. It's really easy. There you go. Kill that guy, and then that guy will spawn a wizard in the back room over there. Now this wizard, Preceptor, this wizard has a little knowledge thing that'll drop. You'll see here in a second. And notice these two lenses, by the way. They're looking towards one of those dials again, right? Except those dials look different. So we kill the Preceptor here. You'll see those dials in a moment here. So let me just so this wizard dropped the knowledge. You need to pick these up, at least one of these, right? So pick up one. This is the door you need to go through. Notice it has two symbols, one on the left and one on the right, right? These two symbols you need to match with the dials that were behind you. So we're gonna take a look at that here in a second. These lights are already focusing on these dials, but notice these dials. They have a different symbol on each side of the dial, right? Or there's a bunch of different symbols, but notice there's one symbol that's lit up. There's a highlight. The highlight will always start at the top, by the way, just so you're aware. But one symbol is highlighted. What you need to do is highlight the correct symbol that matches the symbol on the door. So the symbol on the door, again, if we pull up our vow symbols, it was love and kill, right? Those were the two symbols. So what we do is we take a look. Okay, this symbol up here is lit up. That's earth. That's not the right symbol. Love is over here, right? So how do we get this highlight to move to the love symbol? Well, that's what this knowledge is for. So what you need to do is get enough knowledge. Right now I have just one knowledge. It's heightened as one knowledge, right? And I want to move, so that means when I activate, when I go ahead and go up to this dial and activate, it takes my knowledge and then it rotates based on how many knowledge I have. So I only have one knowledge. So that means if I put in my symbol right now, my knowledge right now, then this will move one over. But which way does it move over, right? Will it move over to the right or to the left? Well, that depends on how the stick is rotating. There's a stick in the middle. You'll see here in a second. Notice that stick right there? That little stick. It's kind of hard to see this from this angle, but it's rotating. That's what I'm shooting that crystal for. You'll see here in a second. There you go. That's a little bit easier to see, right? See how this stick right here was rotating clockwise, right? Then if I shoot if the stick is rotating clockwise and I put in my one knowledge, then guess what? This highlight will move one clockwise. It'll move over to give, right? So that's how this works, right? However many knowledge I have determines how far it moves, how far it jumps, and then the rotation of the stick here in the middle determines the direction it jumps, right? So for this instance, right, we need kill, right? This is the symbol we're looking for, we want to unlock. So currently it's going, if it's going this way, then how many do I need, right? How many do I need if it's rotating this way? Hold on, let me back up a little bit. Oh, I backed up a little bit too much there. Let's go to this situation back here. Again, always focus on that ogre whenever it spawns. How many symbols do I need to get to kill? My gosh, bro, chill out, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm fumbling so hard right now. All right, there you go. There you go. Right here. Right here. Right? If I'm going this way, it takes 4 knowledge to get to kill. Right? Or what I can do is if I can rotate this stick to go the other way, to go clockwise, right? Then I only need 3. I only need 1, 2, 3, right? So I want to do that. I will only want 3 knowledge instead of 4. So then I shoot this crystal up here. That'll rotate it the other way. So that's what you'll see here. I shoot it. And you can't see that it's rotating the other way, but it is. I pick up the engram because we're Destiny players. That's all we care about is the loot. Okay, here's the second wizard because I killed the ogre, right? So we're gonna spawn the wizard here. There you go. And then once this wizard dies, oh, I'm closing my fire team. Yeah, 100% guys, if you're running a solo clear, even if it's not a solo flawless, just close your fire team. You don't want somebody, if somebody joins you, they'll ruin your solo clear or your solo flawless clear for obvious reasons, because it's no longer solo at that point and there's nothing you can do about that. So definitely close your fire team. Okay, now notice this stick is rotating the right way now, right? Oops, let's go that. Yep, this stick is rotating counterclockwise, so that means it only takes 2 knowledge, right? Notice it says brimming knowledge. That means 2. So I have 2 knowledge, and so that means since it's rotating this way, how many do I have? 1, 2, and that's exactly where I need to be. So I go up to the dial and I hit activate, and then notice what happens here. Oh, I guess you couldn't see it there, but you'll see it in a second when I do kill. There you go. That girl's dead. Now remember, for kill I needed 3, right? So that's why I'm taking both of these. There's heightened, there's brimming. I need 1 more. I need 1 more to get to kill. Notice this right here, right? I need 3. I only have 2. So I'm gonna wait for the ogre to spawn. He'll spawn here in a second. I have an Aeonic Sentry waiting for him. There you go. And there goes the bolt charge going crazy on those guys. Stability is spamming that girl. I just need the 1. So then this is my 3rd knowledge. Maximum you can have is 3. There's overflowing knowledge. You can see you have 3 in the symbol. So it's rotating the right way, and it's gonna jump over to kill now. And if I activate it, beautiful. You see that? You see that? 1, 2, 3, it activated and moved over to kill. And now everything despawns and the door opens, and we're at the second encounter now. So let's go ahead and talk about how this encounter works, because this is quite a bit of a doozy. So what you want to do, again, you saw the build that I was running with this, right? The LMG and the Delicate Tomb. Triple solar resist for sure. All right, now, okay, yeah, so there's a bunch of ads that spawn. You did see this part already, right? He's spawning in the wizards. We're killing the wizards, killing the knight here. That knight will actually hurt you, so just, and I mean the wizards will also hurt you. Everything here kind of hurts, but definitely focus on the big guys, because the other guys kind of just fall over from anything. So and I'm collecting the knowledge. Notice I have 3 knowledge, and you'll see here in a second why. I'll show you in a second. So actually I probably should have shown you where all the bosses are. You saw like how there's 4 bosses, right? There's 4 shriekers. Hold on. I'm not really looking towards the top room, the main room. Okay, you see these big shriekers, right? There's 4 of them. Hold on, let's see. And then look at these dials. 1, 2, 3, and then there's a 4th one back here. There's 1 dial per shrieker. So the way this encounter works is every once in a while these shriekers will actually open up, and then they'll read the dial that they're associated with. So say like this shrieker over here, right? Whenever this guy opens up, it'll shine its light on this dial, and it'll read whatever symbol is on the dial. and then it'll do whatever that symbol says. So it's kind of like obeying whatever this dial is telling it to do, right? And just in the same way as the right, what we did just before this room, we can decide what this dial is turned towards, right? So we can decide what the Shrieker boss does. So that's kind of how this encounter works, and there's a bunch of different commands that we can send to the Shrieker based off of that dial. So we're killing ads though, right? First and foremost, let's make sure we don't die here. There you go. Finishing the guy, getting some special ammo from that because he's a yellow bar. All right, we'll finish this guy, and then we'll take a look at this style. Okay, here's what we're looking at. A bunch of different symbols. These are the only symbols that you'll see in any of the dials in this encounter. But you're mainly focusing on this one dial because of the strategy that we're using, right? Which is essentially when the first boss looks towards this dial, notice how it's on knowledge right now, right? This symbol is knowledge from Val. This one, brain, right? Knowledge. So when it reads knowledge, you know, the wizards, they drop knowledge, right? That's how you get knowledge. So when the boss reads knowledge, it'll spawn more wizards. That's the whole idea there. It'll also spawn a big knight that you will probably want to deal with, but the main thing is the boss spawns more wizards when it reads knowledge. Okay, then stop, that's the symbol. Next symbol is stop, right? When the boss reads that, it'll stop spawning ads. It'll essentially stop doing anything. You'll like have a brief moment of just complete silence. That's what stop does. This is commune over here. Notice how it kind of looks like it's splitting out, right? It's shooting things out of it. That's what the boss will do. So when it reads commune, it'll spawn a bunch of those it'll spawn a bunch of bees, and those bees will try to attack you, so you have to like shoot them all. And it happens one time here during my damage phase, I think, something like that. But it'll shoot out the bees and they'll follow you and they'll try to kill you, so you have to shoot those bees. And then hive is probably the worst one, right? Hive right here. That's the worst symbol because it spawns two ogres, big ogres on both sides of the map. And you definitely, if you ever see ogres spawning, they come in pairs always. Just chaos reach them. It's not that big of a deal. They will fall over from your chaos reach, but you definitely want to make sure you kill those because they can also shred your health. So take care of those. And you definitely don't want the boss to read hive. If you can take it off of hive, then do that. Kill, right? This is kill. That's the most important one because that's what starts the damage phase, right? So I'm locking in kill every time on this first dial. So if you can, try to get this dial to kill, right? Try to get any of the, you want to get the first dial to kill, but if you miss the first dial, then just go to the second dial. By the way, I'm reading first from right to left this time. So anyways, we're killing all these big ads, right? We're mainly focused on the big ads. The big ads are the ones that we need to kill, the big knight and the wizards. And there's this wizard over here. There you go. And notice I'm grabbing, now why am I grabbing 3 knowledge? Well, if you look at the dial, which I'll go back to here in a second. Notice this dial right here. Rotating this way, 1, 2, 3. I need kill. That's what I want, right? So that's why I grabbed 3. Now the problem is, once this Lockset progression thing, once the bar goes to 3, once this third is completed, then this first boss will read this symbol. So notice this is how it looks like. Boss opens up, shines a light on the dial. It's reading the dial, and the dial was on brain. So I almost activated this, but then I realized, oh, well, the boss is already reading it. And then the boss read brain, so it's gonna spawn in more ads. What I'm doing, yep. So I'm too late. This bar already completed, so I'm too late. Now I'm going to the second dial. This is the second dial, and then I'm like, okay, well, this one at least only needs 3 to get to kill, right? So first dial, the boss already read it. There's nothing I can do about that, but I can do something about this dial. So I have 3. If I rotate this, if I make sure that this is rotating counterclockwise, then it goes 1, 2, 3, and it hits kill. So let's do that. And then I activate, and then I start killing ads, right? But now that that's that's set to kill. Yeah, always make sure that Whittle Wizard. Oh my gosh, dude, my brain right now. Yeah, make sure that middle wizard is taken care of though, because she will shred you from the side, and that, yeah, they hurt. They hurt. So there you go. I'm taking care of the middle wizard, the Whittle Wizard. There you go. And then we now that we're set the second one to kill, we just have to wait for the second boss to. Oh, there's the commune bees. You see those bees? That's what the boss spawns if it reads commune. It read commune from a different area, so that's it. Yeah, just take your LMG. If you see those bees flying around at you, just use your LMG. All right, now that's the second boss, right? This is, by the way, where you're dealing damage from, this area, because it's safe from a lot of the ads. So it's reading the second dial, which was kill, set to kill, right? So that means it'll start damaging here. And all you do here is, I mean, you saw this in the earlier, just chaos reach it, and that's pretty much all you need to do. If you have more time to damage the boss, then use your LMG. I wouldn't really use your Delicate Tomb. Reason being, your LMG has an artifact mod that gives you extra damage resistance, right? So if you have things like ads shooting at you or communes, at least you'll have the DR for, you see this resist ×2, right? That's what you get from dealing damage with your LMG. So I would just recommend you use the LMG for that, because also you want to save your ammo, your special ammo for the ad clear. So I was gonna use my fusion rifle there, but then I ran out of ammo. I'm about to get into a pretty bad spot. So notice this. I need, what's that? Okay, let's back up here a little bit. There you go. This is at the top highlighted. I need 1, 2 to get to kill, right? So as I'm killing ads, I realize, okay, I just need 2 knowledge to get to kill. So I take 1 knowledge, and then I rotate it because I know it needs to be rotated, and there's 2 knowledge. And then I go ahead and deposit here. And boom, it's that easy. Damage now, second damage phase is gonna start once this Lockset progression gets to 3 bars, right? Once it gets all the way past 3 bars. Now I shouldn't be all the way back here, however, I'm getting in a safe spot. I'd rather prioritize my life and sacrifice a little bit of damage, right? So I'm just making sure I'm in a safe spot. That Weaver kind of pulled me, and I kind of lost track of time. I realized, oh shoot, damage is about to start, right? It's reading the 3rd, but I have to kill this wizard. I have to make sure I'm safe. And then I take my time. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm taking my time to get to this back corner so I'm safe, and then I super the boss. And notice I'm not gonna get through my whole super by the time he's done. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, but again, it's not a big deal. And you're just doing that same thing the entire time until the boss falls over. I think he's about to fall over here. There you go. All right, so there you go. I just killed him from that room area, and go ahead and get your loot from the chest. And this is actually where this room is where the next traversal area happens, right? You see these shrieker eyes that the boss, these are from the boss, right? You killed the boss. You actually need to take one of these shrieker eyes that are rolling around. They're able to be punched, right? You punch it, you can shoot it too. I'll actually switch to a gun to shoot it. Shooting it is a lot more accurate. Like it's not as jittery when you're punching it. Punching it is like a lot of force, so it goes a lot farther, but shooting it is less force, so you can kind of be a little bit more accurate with it. You need to take this ball, you need to roll it across the bridge into this little hole here. It's like a little dish. They took this from Final Shape, had some of that stuff in the Pale Heart. So there you go. I'm talking about this gun here. Yeah, switch to an eager edge sword, by the way. You definitely want to have an eager edge sword for this next traversal part. You always do. There's nothing really that you need an LMG for. If there's a big boss or something that you need to kill, just use your super for it. But you definitely want to be able to eager edge across however you need. Okay, and then here's a little drop down. Nothing crazy. A lot of it is just walking to the next part. This room, make sure you kill every ad, and then a door will open up. So I'm looking around for ads. killing. Yep, there you go. Kill this guy. Kill these guys. You just need to kill all the ads in here for the next door to open. I'm looking around for ads. I know my Onyx Sentry will kill that guy, so I've killed everything else except for that one knight. So let's see, where's it going? There you go. Okay, so the knight died already, and then this door opened up. So now you just gotta kill all these ads. Running through. There you go. Oh, okay. No, you actually do need to see this part. All right, so there you go. I'm in the same room. I've walked forward a little bit, and I missed my melee there. And then on the left side, right? So that's where I came in. On the left side here, there's a little cubby that you can go in to go up the stairs. Grim shot me through the wall. It doesn't matter though. He falls over. These guys hurt, by the way. Just take your time with these guys. Make sure they're dead before you keep moving. There you go. Okay. And then I jump across. And then look behind you. You gotta go across the other way. I don't know why I tried going for that special brick, but whatever. Then, yep. You're just climbing up. You're climbing up. And look, that's just such a cool sound. I just realized that the whole worm symbol is just up there. That's so funny, because that's where the worm is. Okay, kill the Grim. Play it safe here. Just play it safe. You're killing all these ads. Oh, okay. Dang, skipping 30 seconds actually. Wow. Okay, now we're climbing in through the worm. We're climbing into the worm here. Maybe it was trying to escape or something. I don't know. But now we're in this area, the hive stuff. So in this area, it's like a big puzzle essentially. I'll just show you how I'm doing this puzzle, just so you know how it's done. But essentially, if you see gunk at anywhere that you can shoot, just shoot all the gunk, because you need to use whatever's underneath it. So in this case, there was a lens there that I needed, so I shot the gunk, and then I'll grab the lens here in a second. Again, when you see a lens, you might as well pick it up. It doesn't harm you at all to have the lens. There you go. Shoot that. There's some more gunk here. There's some gunk up there that I'll have to shoot eventually. I'm killing the wizard first though, because that's what matters. Now, see this symbol? It says enter, right? And then there's a crystal here that when I shoot the crystal, it'll shine the light out of this lens. You'll see that here in a second. There you go. And notice that light's not going anywhere. What I need to do in this room is take that enter, this light that's coming from the enter symbol, and I need to put it on the enter dial. And then there's going to be a light for worm, and I need to take, this is the worm dial, right? So I need to take the worm light and shine it against the lenses so that the worm light hits the worm dial. But this is the enter dial. This is the light from the enter, right? So this is going who knows where, right? It's going in the wrong direction for sure. So I don't know. You don't need to rotate this the way I'm doing it right now. But then I realized that, oh, this is worm. So this here, I'm not doing this to get enter to worm. I'm doing this because eventually I will need a light to hit worm. This is the lens that will shine on the worm. So I need this to shine towards the worm anyways. I'm just doing that preemptively. There you go. But I know this is wrong. I know it's not, the enter light is not supposed to hit the worm dial. But I'm just getting ready for worm whenever I do. And then over here, I rotate this the other way, because obviously I don't want this lens to face towards the worm. So I need this lens to face the other way. There you go. Oh yeah, I wanted to see here if maybe that light could rotate elsewhere, but it can't. It's either one way or the other. So that's definitely the wrong way. So I'm like, okay, well, there's no purpose in killing ads here, but there's no purpose in leaving that rotated that way. So I'm gonna rotate it the other way. And now we know exactly where we need to go next. So this lens is obviously facing the wrong way. It needs to be facing elsewhere. So I'm gonna rotate this lens. I'm just shooting more gunk because I know I need to eventually anyways. And then I rotate this guy. and you're just following the light. You're trying to get the light from the enter light all the way to the enter dial. Okay, and now we're almost at the end there. I just want to make sure that I'm not dying to anything. All right, here you go. So this guy, and you go up here, and notice how it's shining on the worm right now, right? But if we rotate this lens, then it'll go. It's going backwards right now. That's not the right way, so I rotate it again, and look at this. Now it's over here at this lens, and you'll see here in a second. That's not the right way. I realized that, and so I'm killing ads right now, just making sure nothing's gonna kill me. And then I go back up, and I realize, okay, well the enter dial is actually up over here. You'll see here in a second. There's the enter dial, right? You see that? So I need to rotate this lens so that it's hitting that dial. So I go ahead and do that, and there you go. It's all lit up now. So we did the enter. It took a little bit longer. You probably don't need it to take that long, but enter is done, and now we need to do worm. So we're gonna go up here where the worm symbol is, and we need to get this worm symbol all the way down. So we're gonna grab this lens again. If you see the gunk, you have to shoot it, because there's something under there that you need. It's teabagging me. I don't know why this lens is bagging me, but whatever. We grab the lens, and now we obviously need the lens for this area here, so we're gonna place it, and we rotate it. Now we realize, oh wait, that light is, oh, I almost fell off here. Yeah, that light is shining against here, but now it's doubling with the enter, but we don't need this to go to enter, so we actually need to rotate that dial over here again. We need to rotate it to go the other way. And that's going the wrong way. It's facing forwards. Shouldn't be facing forwards, so we have to rotate it again. Just make sure we don't die by the Grim. Again, once the ads spawn in, forget what you're doing, just kill the ads. All right, yeah, there you go. All right, now it's going the right way, but it can't go down because it's, again, interfering with the other light. So then we face it up. There you go, and we need to rotate this guy. It's going the wrong way. There's my Ionic Sentry going crazy, killing all the ads. Okay, there you go, and we're almost done. We need this to go to the worm dial on the bottom, so we rotate this guy one more time, and boom, now we're ready, because we pre-rotated that one already. So now it says a pyramid response to a command. You go up to where that enter dial was, where there was like a barrier. That barrier's gone now. So this next part is just kill some ads. There's a subjugator that spawns. I think yep, there's a subjugator. You should, yeah, I'm just gonna super it here in a second, but you should just super that as soon as it spawns in. It's a free kill if you start it off with your super. So there you go. We kill the knights, and now there is a door on the right side here. This guy right here. You actually need to shoot this door in order for it to open. So just lay into it with an AR. This is why I say use an AR or an SMG. It's a lot easier to get through, or to shoot those doors open. And there you go. And you're climbing up. You need to climb up. Jeez. There you go. Just kill the guys. Might as well. There you go. Okay. And then we go up here. Here's some Grim. We need to kill. Okay. And then you're just, yep, you're walking through. So this is the last traversal section. We're almost at the boss now. I'm just gonna let this play out in regular speed so you know where you're going. When you're in this room, you're almost at the end. And here we are, final boss. All right, so this is a bit of a doozy, but it's easier to explain if I show you. Well, we'll start off here. Here's the third encounter. here's what we're using. We're using an LMG. You saw what I'm using, right? We're using the LMG, we're using Merciless, and we're using the multi-mock. Already walked through that. We are using the strand resist as I explained, and we'll go ahead and get this started. Oh, over here on this side. Okay, so the ads all started spawning. We just started the encounter. We're gonna jump up here. This is where you're gonna be reading the symbol from, the disc here. Notice this disc has 6 symbols, 3 on the left and 3 on the right. You're gonna separate this disc kind of in half, and there's gonna be the left side and the right side, okay? And you're gonna be reading the symbols from top to bottom. And this is why you need to read the symbols from top to bottom. So let's take a look at this left side here. Pyramid, give, darkness, right? If you look, pyramid is this one, give is this one, and then darkness is this one. So read it from top to bottom. Pyramid, give, darkness. Okay, that makes sense, right? Pyramid, give the darkness. They gave us darkness powers, so that makes sense, right? Then you read the right side, different story. Hive, kill, light. That doesn't sound right, right? Hive killed the light? No, they haven't killed the light. We're still here, right? So that's the wrong story. So there's the truth, which is pyramid, give darkness, and then there's a lie. Hive, kill light, right? And what you need to do is you need to decide, okay, which one is the truth and which is the lie. So we know that the left side is the truth, the right side is the lie. There will always be opposites, right? You will never get like 2 truths or 2 lies. But anyway, you want the truth to be lit up. Or no, you want the truth to be off, and you want the lie to be lit up. You want to essentially you want to shine the light on the lies, right? So that's the whole idea here. So we need to shine the light right here, right? So we need to shed light on the lies. So we need the hive symbol, the kill symbol, and the light symbol to all be highlighted, right? How do you do that? Well, you shine the light on the correct dials. So there's a bunch of dials throughout the whole encounter, and let me show you what that looks like. Here's the map. Okay, right, this map, all of these symbols are each of these are dials, and the dial will have like a symbol on top of it. So for instance, the kill symbol here, there'll be this is the main room, by the way. This is where you spawn in. So, or this is where the rally flag is, right? Here's where the main dial is. Here's where the boss is. This is a basement. You'll see the basement here in a second. Then there's a left side room and a right side room. Basically, you need to find each of the dials, right, that you need to flip, right? And then you need to go to that dial and you need to do some things to turn on the dials, right? It's usually like flipping some lenses, or shooting some crystals to unblock some things or whatnot. You'll see here in a second. So you're killing ads. Make sure you're staying alive. But again, like what we were saying, we need to shed some light on the lies. So what we need to do is we need to, and I'll go back up there in a second here to read, but any second now. There you go. We're coming back up. So we're gonna read, okay, hive, kill, light, or the 3 switch. What you're typing down, what you need to remember is which symbols you need to switch. Not necessarily which symbols need to turn on or off, but which ones do you need to switch, right? So we have the hive, kill, light. So those are the ones we need to switch on. These guys don't need to switch at all. They're already off, right? So we just need to switch these 3. So we say, okay, we need to switch hive, kill, and light. Those are the ones we need to switch. And then what I'm doing, notice I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the map. I notice, okay, here's hive, here's kill, and here's light. They're all 3 in 3 different rooms. This is the main room. We're gonna do the main room last. And since I'm over here, I'm looking this way, or I guess I'm on top here, right? I'm looking towards the dial here. I'm closer to this room. So I'm like, okay, let me just go into this room first. In both of these side rooms, there will be subjugators. Again, just shoot or use your super on the subjugators. Every time. Just don't take any chances. There you go, easy. It's just that easy. They're all dead, fall over. And now just kill ads, make sure the room is clear from anything crazy. Now notice that I killed this unwritten attendant and I got this unwritten empowerment. I get it again. It resets at 7 seconds. Watch what I'm doing here. This is where the light symbol is, by the way. It's all the way up there. When you have unwritten empowerment, you can shoot these little balls, right? The nuts, I meant. Right, you shoot the nuts. Notice, okay, I try to shoot a nut here. Actually, no, I have an unwritten attendant here, so I go ahead and get my unwritten empowerment. And these will spawn in threadlings. Make sure you kill the threadlings. They do hurt. They do hurt. So make sure you kill them. And there you go. Okay, there's some more attendants. We don't need these guys, but they do hurt. So just kill them, and then they can slow you too, which is unfortunate. So there you go. They died. Now notice we undid all of the threadlings that were tied to that. Okay, I almost leave here, but then I remembered, oh, I need to actually activate the light symbol, right? So notice this, right? So hold on. We're killing ads. Again, focus on killing the ads, making sure you don't die. There you go. Okay, so now that you see this crystal here, if you shoot the crystal, then this thing shifts up and it unblocks that light. But notice the light's still not shining on the dial, right? So there's something else that we need to do in order to activate this dial. And in order to do that, we first kill ads. Yep, there's the light. You see that now? Now that it's been unblocked, it's easy to see where that dial is. You need to take this light here, rotate it. Again, you don't need to do this for every single one, but for this one we do. We rotated it towards that lens, and now it's bouncing and hitting that light symbol. So that means we got one symbol. We got one symbol done, right? And yes, this takes a lot longer to get to damage than the second encounter boss, but there you go. So we got light. It said the pyramid responds to your commands, so we're ready to go. Let's keep it going. There you go. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the far right room, this one over here. So we're gonna skip over here to this door. That's what we're doing right now. We're just going slow, taking our time. Now this is another one of those doors that you have to shoot. So I'm putting a rift down here just in case I'm getting shot by the boss or something while I'm shooting. You need to put in 2 full SMG mags. Again, it takes about 1 full auto rifle mag, but the SMGs take a little bit more. And here we are. All right, super that guy. That guy's annoying. Again, watch out for that guy. He will suspend you. This is a truth speaker Grim. So say you say you're reading the stories and you can't really tell which one's the truth or the lie. This Grim will tell you which side is the truth. It'll only show you the top symbol. It'll show you the top symbol on each side, whichever one's telling the truth. So this one drops pyramid, which makes sense, right? Because on that left side it said pyramid gives darkness, and that's the truth. So the Grim Speaker Grim was just telling us, or the Truth Speaker Grim was just telling us, hey, in case you didn't know, the pyramid gives darkness is the correct, right? That's the truth. So, but you don't need that. If you already know which one's the truth and the false and the lie, then you don't need the Grim to tell you that. It'll just do it anyways. So here you go. We're shooting. We want Hive. Hive is up here. You'll see that in a second. You can barely see that there, but there it is. You see that Hive? Yeah, that's what we're looking for. I ran out of, yeah, so that's what it looks like. It'll say it's immune when you don't have unwritten empowerment. So kill the attendant, get the empowerment, and then we need 1 more unwritten empowerment. So we need to kill 1 more attendant. There you go. And now we're good. Well, not quite, right? We need to still rotate. We need to now that we've unlocked that lens, now we have to rotate it. So, but we're killing on the husks first, just to make sure they don't get in our way. There you go. This attendant falls over, and then we rotate. that's going the wrong way, right? It's shining its light on a different dial, so we just have to rotate it again. And there you go. Now it's good. And now we have one more dial to rotate, and that's kill, right? We did light on the right side. We did hive on the left side. Now we got to do kill. So we got to shoot this door open again. You spend 2 mags on that. There you go. And then we go in. Yeah, when you're going out that room again, as I said before, take a left there. Okay, now for this part, yep, you got to shoot these threadlings. Okay, and I'm just getting more unwritten empowerment. That's why I went back to kill ads there. One more and shoot the threadlings. Make sure you're at a safe distance from them so they don't hurt you. And now I got to rotate this over to the kill dial. You can see that there. Now it's rotated over to kill. So now we've lit up 3, right? We've switched the 3 symbols that we needed. So there's that. And now we just make sure again. So notice here, pyramid gives darkness. That's all dark. That's fine. And then the lie is all lit up, right? Hive, kill, light. That's all lit up. So we've correctly we shed the light on the lies. So now we're good to go ahead and start damage. So we go down here, we hold activate. Once you activate this, then in a couple seconds there's like a big sun that'll show up in the front middle area, and it'll shine fire, and that fire will hurt you. So you need to hide behind that sun. Yeah, there's that sun right there. You need to hide behind it so that you don't get hit by it. But then, yeah, you can see the boss's health, the health bar, or the shield melt away. And then now you're just damaging. Here, you 100% you want to super the boss as soon as you can, if the boss is in a good spot, that is. Boss was not in a good spot. It was kind of hiding away back there. That's not a good spot for your super, so that's why I decided to let the boss get closer for Merciless. This was just an unfortunate circumstance. Make sure that the boss isn't pulling you. Maybe you can wait for him to or honestly, all you need to do is just jump up high enough and his pull won't be able to touch you. But now the fire is still going, but if you have a rift, this is the time to use the rift, because as the fire is burning, if you're in a rift, you won't be able to tell. It won't hurt you that much, but it will hurt you obviously if you're not in a rift. So make sure you're in a rift, and then you can keep damaging the boss. And now you're just rinsing and repeating. So this next encounter isn't very informational, so we're actually gonna try to skip. All right, this is the second encounter. We've killed the boss here, or no, I mean we've finished that damage. So he's gonna spawn in the threadlings. I'm gonna back up here so I don't get hit by those threadlings. Okay, we kill this big knight just because he's gonna follow you around. Is annoying, so might as well just finish him off. Look at that, by the way. I just used my super on damage. I already have it back. That's how good this geomags are. Okay, and we're killing these ads. Come on. Let's hurry it up, juice. I'm taking my time though, because obviously, right? Okay, now here's a good example, right? So we have Guardian, kill, witness. That did happen. And then it says Hive, give darkness. This one seems a little, right? This one's kind of interesting because it kind of makes sense a little bit, like Hive, give darkness, but not really, because Pyramid is the one that gives the darkness, right? So it's like, this is one of those situations where, well, we definitely killed the witness, right? Guardians definitely killed the witness, so that is a definite truth, which means that Hive gives the darkness, even though it would make sense, but we know this is the lie because the Guardian did kill the witness, right? So sometimes though, again, if you ever get stuck on something like this, you're like, I don't really know if it's the truth or the lie. By the way, it won't wipe you. Thankfully, it won't wipe you if you get it wrong, right? So say you got the truth side wrong, and so you did the dial incorrectly. The boss just won't be able, like, you'll activate it, and then the boss just won't go to damage. So it'll show you that you did it wrong because the boss's shield won't melt away fully. So don't worry if you get it wrong. But again, you have that truth speaker Grim that will be able to verify whether or not you got it wrong, or whether or not which side is the truth or the lie. So yeah, if you have any issues, just go look for the Grim and kill the Grim. That's the easy way. But now once I've read, okay, so now that we're gonna say, okay, well, Guardian kill the witness is definitely the truth. So we want to turn off the truth, which means kill. We need to switch kill, right? So we need to switch kill. We need to switch it to off. And then on the lie side, right, we need, this one's already lit up, so this is good. But we need to switch give and dark. So what I would type in my chat, in my in-game chat, is kill, give, dark, right? Those are the 3 symbols that I need to switch. Again, you're only typing in the ones you need to switch, not the ones that you need to turn on or turn off, but the ones that you need to switch. So is killing ads. Again, the reason I'm doing this is because when I'm in my menu, I want to make sure that I'm safe, or not in my menu, but when I'm typing things out in chat, I want to make sure that I'm safe. So I'm like, all right, I think I'm safe enough here. We're gonna type in kill, give, dark. There you go. Those are the 3 we need to switch. And so now I'm going on my way. And give is a good one to show you the underside. Give is in the basement. So I think I'm about to hop down to the basement here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna do kill first. I'm gonna do kill from up here because all the threadlings, if you're too far away from the threadlings, they just won't find you. Right? They're just kind of spreading out. That's the same thing as like your typical, if you've ever used a threadling grenade in PvP or even in PvE, if there's nothing around you, the threadlings just kind of go out and do nothing. So now that we've done kill here, so this time we were rotating off of kill, right? So that's why it's rotating there. We're just rotating it away so it doesn't actually hit the killed symbol. And now we're killing ads. Now we're gonna go into the basement because we need give. We need give and darkness, right? And give is over here, right? So that's underneath. So let's back up a little bit. So I read that. I'm like, okay, we need give. So I'm gonna go into the basement. This is how you get in the basement and kill this big guy, right? Thankfully there's no subjugator down here. It's just a knight. You don't need to use your super on him because he falls over, especially with the blind. If you have an Aeonic sentry, then it's pretty easy, or even a grenade. So those threadlings back there, you definitely need to kill those every time. So just go ahead and kill the attendants. And okay, I took my time here because they were thrall and I didn't want to get hit by a thrall, but I did have just enough time to get one. The attendants will spawn in here in a second. There they are. Oh, that guy did stay alive for me, so there you go. This room is imperative because there's not really anywhere that you can run away to. Just make sure you kill the threadlings after each nut that you shoot. Now, of course, what you want to do here is you got to rotate the lens to hit the kill symbol, or the give symbol, I meant. That's hitting the stop symbol. That's the wrong symbol, so I rotate it one more time, and now it's at the give symbol, right? Matches this, right? Stop was over here, kill or give is over there. So we did that side. And now we're gonna do dark. I'll show you darkness because that one's also a little bit different. So I'll show you darkness. But generally, for the most part, I think you'll be able to figure out how to get the lenses to hit the right way. So there you go. Instantly use her super. This guy falls over. Just stay away from the stasis crystals. You never know. Those things could blow up even if the boss doesn't smash them. We're killing these ads. There's the Grim. We want to kill this Grim because he will do that to you. So, and okay, so this is correct, right? Guardian. And that, yep, so that was the right call that we made, right? Guardian kill witness, that was the truth, and this guy showed us that was the truth. So now we need darkness though, right? We're done with everything else. We just got to flip darkness. So right now darkness is not lit up and we need to light it up. I'm killing the attendant here, and for darkness, because it's in the middle of the room, it's underneath this thing, right? Oh, not that one, this one, right? Darkness is in the middle here, and this is in the middle of the room. So this one's darkness. So we need to shoot these threadlings out of the way. We have 6 seconds of unwritten empowerment, so we have more than enough time. Well, not more than enough time, but we can always just kill another attendant. There you go. I'm just making sure I'm safe from the ads. All right, and now I need to shoot this, and that'll open up the darkness. But notice it's not lit up yet because I need to rotate this lens over here. That's actually a great spot for the sentry. Didn't mean to put it there. That's going towards light. That one we don't need, but this one we do need. And now it's shining on the darkness symbol. So now we're done. Now we're done with this encounter, or with this phase. So I can go ahead and start it here any second. You'll see here once we take a look at the symbols here. There you go. You see we switched kill, we switched give, and we switched dark, and now everything's good to go. So then we do damage. And that's basically how this whole encounter goes. There's nothing different about it. Sometimes you'll need to do 3 symbols, sometimes you only need 2, sometimes you need 4 symbols. I don't think I've ever gotten one where I need to do 5 symbols, but yeah, so that's generally how this goes. And again, just take your time on the damage, man. Just take it slowly. And we're almost to the end there. Oh. There you go, we're reactivating. This is the last damage phase. We'll just run through this last damage phase just to show you how much damage Chaos Reach actually does. It does basically his whole health here. I need to hit him like once with an LMG at the end, but that's pretty much it. I guess I did throw a nade and Ionic Sentry, so I guess a little bit more than. But yeah, pretty much the whole super just takes him out. There you go. And that's it. There's the whole dungeon. Now you know how to do every part of this dungeon, including the traversal encounters. So I hope that helped. Let me know down below how your runs went. If you're just trying to go for solo flawless, then good luck. But yeah, hope you have a good one. Again, dim link down below if you want to use the same builds that I'm running, and I wish you the best of luck. See you later.